Greetings. In the last few days, I've been asked by many people what we can do to feel like we're making a contribution towards what is fast becoming World War III. Everyone is feeling overwhelmed. Everyone's feeling disempowered. And yet, when we look at the various mystery and esoteric teachings around the world, there is one very powerful thing that we can do. We can come to realize and experience that our thoughts and our feelings are as effective for the world as our deeds and our actions are. Whether it be in the form of metta from Buddhism, in distance healing from Rosicrucian traditions, in the form of prayer, in the form of energy follows thought, where in quantum physics we are asked or challenged to experience that when we pay attention to something, the possibility of it becomes more probable. And when we look around the world today, we can see or feel that the war, the destruction, has been caused by the attention that we ourselves personally have been paying in our lives. When we felt a little bit of jealousy, when we felt a little bit of wanting to pay someone back, when we felt a need to want to have revenge, this eventually manifests in the outer world in situations like we have at the moment. It's not something that we need to feel we can do nothing about. And today I would like to start a world movement called the Circle of Light. Just as the sun rises and circles around the earth each day, I would like to ask everyone I know, to ask everyone they know, to pass this deed that we can do on to your friends and across traditions, to my pagan friends, to my Rosicrucian friends, to my Anthroposophical friends, to my Christian friends, to my Wiccan friends, to my Shamanic friends, to my Islamic friends, all the people that go outside the borders of arguing which tradition is better, which process works better. Did this war start by some government? Was this some act of terrorism? All these opinions about what happens are like bubbles in the air with nothing in them. And when they bump into each other, they just explode in our faces, leaving us with nothing. It doesn't matter who started this war, who perpetrated it. Someone funded it, someone pulled the trigger, someone is keeping it going, but it must stop. This war, this World War III must stop before it begins. In the Second World War, the great esotericist Dion Fortune ran the occult battle of Britain. And I'm calling to all my friends, whether you're occultists, atheists, scientists, to focus your mental energy, be it in the form of a prayer, in the form of our humanist compassion towards each other, and offer it into the direction that our human nature becomes more probable. To do this, we are going to have to do some inner development, where we need to take charge of the voices in our soul, the voices of cynicism, the voices of fear, the voices of judgment, the voices that want to keep our energy perpetrating antagonism in the world. Can we for a moment sacrifice these and feel ourselves joined as one humanity? To feel that in an Islamic prayer, a pagan dance, a Christian prayer, a scientist hoping in their soul to better the world through some medicine or creation of technology that they brought. If we can focus all of these attentions into the quantum field, raise our prayers and our hopes to the angels or whatever form of deity that your tradition holds. Ultimately, it is the one weft and weft of life, the one consciousness that orders life, that we can lift our consciousness into and change the collective consciousness towards compassion, to love, to peace. We can ask the beings that inspire nations, that inspire people, to stop this meaningless killing of people, be it war, be it some other group of people who for some reason create a collective consciousness about some action being better for them than other people. There are so many travesties around the world. Refugee camps, people drowning in waters, children being raped, people living without water are all part of the travesties, not one city where a bomb went off. But for us to change and become true custodians of this planet, we need to feel ourselves having a creative spark in our souls. We are the divine creativity. It is not some transcendent God. It is not some power outside of ourselves. We need, and I call, to find a connection across traditions, across all bigotry and prejudice. Let it go, please let it go. And find a way to focus your inner intention. Call it a prayer, call it a wish, call it a hope for your humanity, for our humanity, for the world's humanity, and raise it every morning. An ongoing, unceasing raising of the light of the heart of humanity in prayer and hope into what we could call the spiritual sun. We might call this the collective consciousness. But when we work like this, we can change things. And it is time for the world to experience the circle of light. As the sun moves with the dawn across the face of the earth, I call and ask you to share this video, to share this idea that across the world we can, for a short moment each morning, raise our intentions that humanity become more humane. Whether it be out of a religious understanding or a scientific understanding or an atheistic understanding or just a philosophical or secular understanding, it matters not. We need to drop the competitive aggression that is causing the war. We are responsible. We are the custodians. And if we can talk to each other inwardly at the rising sun each day, we can raise and feel ourselves connected to the circle of humanity, in the circle of light, that every individual may feel in their heart the need to stop the antagonism, to stop the destruction, to stop feeling a need for separateness and the creation of my identity by exclusion of others. This is my hope, that this will spread around the world and create a circle of spiritual light with the light of the sun each morning. If you wish, you can also gather on the day of the sun in small groups, in churches, in fields, around trees, in your homes, and strengthen this collective exponentially by sitting in small groups together once a week. Whichever way we feel we want to do it, please invite your friends, your communities to join in the creation of the circle of light, to change our humanness into being more human, more compassionate, more peaceful. If we can feel and experience sitting each morning in the circle of a huge number of people raising their consciousness, we will achieve great things. Thank you.